inside.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Well, they're swimming outside too, but I go inside.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just said no. Too much, too much crap going on up here. That's for
Yeah, I
sure.
know. Hi, Susie and
Okay.
Dave.
Hi.
Just a
Hi.
minute.
Hi, Suze.
Are
Hey.
you watching the Colts
That,
game?
hey, Suze,
Yes, I haven't.
There's
that
Jerry.
one old picture that Jane sent out. I did not even recognize you.
Do you remember that, Susie? When you
I
came,
do.
Tom and Jane Ann didn't remember getting together.
I knew it was you. I knew it was.
You knew it was me?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did.
Why did it look so different? Because I was
It didn't look like you.
Now, who I didn't recognize Steve. That's the, I thought, I don't remember
Yeah.
Steve looking like that.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't recognize Bob Radford's wife, which I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know her, so yeah, I don't recognize her.
I don't remember her too. Jane, who took that picture?
I have no idea. I was looking at that. We're all in it.
Who took the picture?
Unless I put it on a tripod or something, I can't
You know
imagine.
where we were?
You did in
We're
her
in
living
my
room.
family room.
In her
in
family
Fisher's.
room.
I
Yeah,
must have set the tripod up. Or
Yeah,
you
I
did.
guess.
that's what happened. It was the
Funny.
tripod. I was like, who took that picture?
Yeah.
My tripod.
everybody.
Somebody's tripod.
Yeah. Uh,
I'll tell you who didn't look like themselves. Was that you and Christy in that other picture with Nancy and Diane?
wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
I know.
The two of you.
I thought, who is that?
I think in that picture I was wearing my stretch and sew outfit that I had made.
Ooh, cool.
Never was a seamstress, but oh dear.
I said,
Who was the guy you were with, Jane?
That was Dick. Remember Dick?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just don't remember the names.
Yeah, Dick.
every
I'm
time
Dick and Larry.
Yeah, Tom, Dick, and Larry.
Susie, was that Steve? And,
Yeah.
and Matthew?
Yeah.
uh-huh, yeah.
And I know Tommy and Jane Ann, but who was the other couple?
Bob
Bob
Bradford.
And his wife.
Remember Bob
Oh.
Bradford?
I do remember Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he moved away. He didn't go all the way through high school because he ended up at
Now, where
in
did you
Anderson
go?
at Anderson
Oh,
Highway.
Anderson. That's right.
And didn't they
Oh.
still live in Anderson, Jane?
They did at that time. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they came over.
Yeah.
He used to go to Cotillion. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was tall and so anyhow. Those
He's
are
the
like
one who
many,
got
many
me
years
into your
ago.
group because I guess I kind of dated him maybe in the 8th grade and went to a football game, and you all looked at me like who's this interloper?
Yeah, well, that,
One of those Catholic girls.
Yeah.
he
Gary.
was tall, dark, and
Well, they
handsome,
are.
and you were interfering.
That's right.
Oh,
That
So-
was fun. Well, I'll have to go back and look at that picture.
yeah.
Hilarious.
Hey, Becky Redpath,
Yes,
did you go out and buy your cayenne pepper yet?
that's coming this week because I'm not going to get the truck back.
Becky and I are possibly going to go into business together.
Tell us more.
We've come up
Yeah,
with a
it's about-
product that would probably keep squirrels off of the car, whatever that stuff is that they're eating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got about $3,000 worth, is well over 3,000 in damage, and last year it was over 3,000 in damage.
Oh,
Wow.
And
No
none of that
insurance?
on the
Does
street.
the insurance not cover it?
Yes,
It does.
but I
okay.
mean that's a total.
oh, you
But
must.
of course, I got to pay the 500 deductible. But
Yeah.
nobody else on the street has the problem. Everybody leaves their trucks and their cars out, and I'm the one with the truck in the shop.
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna contact Nissan and say, hey, you got a bad product here.
Yeah. Wow. Huh.
Somebody must have been eating a candy bar or something when they put it together.
No, what it is, they use soy to cover the wires with. They use a soy-based product.
Ah,
Well, yeah,
And they
it's eco
that, huh?
friendly. You take it to the dump yard. But in the meantime, the squirrels have eaten it 2 or 3 times. In
And the
my case,
squirrels are
2.
vegetarian.
yeah.
Now they need to put the pepper in the soy mixture when they put it on.
Yes.
And solve the problem.
idea. Good idea.
One.
Probably
I'm a
got,
little tired
probably
of
got
it.
some engineers running that project. And as my sister says, they never know what they're doing. She hates it when she has to work with engineers. They have no common sense.
Yeah, I think they went to the School of Higher Learning and didn't learn anything.
I know. Well, they learned the stuff. They just didn't learn common sense.
Right.
Oh.
I want horse sense.
So how are you, Karen?
I'm great, thank you.
So
Yeah,
are you on an iPad or a computer today?
I'm actually on my phone and
Okay.
then my computer seems to be one that'll let me see everybody, but it doesn't have the audio or the camera. It looks
Okay.
like it does, but my
Yeah.
ignorance is showing.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
join
I
the
ordered-
crowd.
I had to order this computer, I don't know, 3 years ago or something. And didn't even, I mean, it has no camera. I didn't need a camera. What did I need a camera for?
Right, exactly.
So now we're on our 3rd camera or 4th
my-
camera because everyone we get was just horrible.
So I'm trying to call you up here on the computer with where the pictures will all show of everybody.
Yeah.
No, Still trying to figure that one out, yeah. That's-
Letting in here. Oh, Dave, how'd we lose David?
I don't know. He lost himself, I guess.
Oh, I do have a message from Vicky.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so she said, and I got this yesterday. She said, "Hi, Tom. I just wanted to let you know that I am improving every day. Thank you for everybody's good thoughts. I won't join this week, but should be able to do next week. Thanks again for all, blah, blah, blah." And there you go.
Good.
So,
Good.
are we admitting everybody there?
Well, I
Okay.
had a message from Tom Pearson today.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Well, I
Mhm.
don't know where it was. He said he's trying to get on, but he's having a lot of breathing issues. And this week he had a mini stroke.
Oh,
Who's this?
Tom Pearson.
Oh.
So I just got that message today.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Huh.
Jane
He
Copic.
didn't give you,
Hi.
he didn't give you any details on the stroke?
He just said it was he was having breathing problems, plus he had a mini stroke this week.
Wow.
But they qualify as underlying condition.
Probably. He's not in good health. He's got bad COPD.
Had a big mess here a little bit ago. Thank you, guys. Hey, guys.
Okay. Let's
what else did
see.
you have?
I think that's all. That's the only one I had there. I've got a story, but at some point I'll tell you guys kind of funny. And I can tell you now. So it was, I think it was Wednesday at about 10 o'clock at night. And I'm out here in Jane Ann's office and I'm going through here and the cat room is right off of her office and I'm changing their water and stuff like that. But the landline phone starts ringing. I'm thinking, what the heck? I can't believe some scammer would be calling us at 10 o'clock at night. So I decided I got to find out who the heck this is. So I go over there and I look at that and it says from Washington. And I'm thinking, well, that might be Sharon.
There's Sharon.
There's Sharon.
There's the culprit.
There's Sharon right there. So anyway, so I thought, oh hell, I'll answer this. I'll answer this. See what the heck this is all about. So it's the Master Gardener Foundation of
Wherever that is.
what is it called? Of Kitsap County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're calling me. They're saying,
Who are you?
excuse me, sir, is your name Tom Porter? I said, yeah. She says, well, I apologize for calling. I said, yeah, you're lucky I even answered this phone. It's 10 o'clock at night here. She says, oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, well, yeah, what can I do for you? And she says, well, she says, we got this donation and we never heard of you. And we're like, I wonder if this is for real. And so they're thinking that they got some dummy fake donation or something like that. And I said, oh, no. But then I blamed it all on Sharon.
Yeah, I was like,
And I said, and when I told her the whole reason behind it was their calendar of naked people. And she said, oh, yeah, that one. And when she said that one, I thought, oh, well, I said, well, have you done another one recently? She said, oh, no, we haven't done one since. I said, oh, gee, that's too bad. That thing.
Correct that.
I said, that thing's a winner. So anyway, so
that was
I
funny.
bet I had probably a 10-minute conversation with her. She was a nice lady. I forget her name. I should have written it down. Sorry.
Andrea, I had an email from her that she had contacted you.
Oh,
And had
okay.
a fun conversation, and she was sorry that she had forgotten about the time zone difference. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I was out, but it was fun. It was fun.
they're still making money from that calendar. So
Good
that's
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
yeah.
So, maybe they ought to do another one. So, yeah, anyway, and I told him, Sharon, I told him, well, you better go ahead and call Sharon because she probably thinks I never did this.
Mom, I trust you and Jane implicitly.
Okay. Okay.
I found the email from Tom Pearson.
Okay, go ahead.
He just sent it this morning. He said, I've been trying to get on. However, I don't have the time right now. I'm having issues breathing that is getting a lot of attention from me and the doctors. I had a mini stroke on Tuesday. Let's just say it was a bad day. I miss you all and I'll hang in there.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
Yeah, he has COPD. I know.
Yeah, he does.
Not good.
doesn't sound like he's in very good shape.
No, no.
Stroke and
Has anybody else signed up for their vaccine?
Monday.
I
already got mine. I got mine Thursday.
Can't sign up yet.
I've got mine too.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine. I have an appointment on January 19th.
That's next week.
Okay.
Good.
We just had,
Services.
okay, in Greensboro, we just had call in yesterday for the first time, and I was on the phone 4 hours and disconnected 3 times. I never got through.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're starting on Monday to do it. So, and expanding the phone lines, I guess, but yeah.
No, mine online, which was a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
Online is full.
You don't
here.
have online yet then?
Yeah, we do have it, but they're full. Like all the appointments through
Yeah.
August are
That's
full. Yeah.
Nancy,
So-
Nancy May or Nancy Best, I thought you were getting yours in February.
I was, and the hospital system opened up the hospital. The whole system opened up the hospital close to me last week, and we all found out about it. And I got into that original email, clicked on that. They said, I went through and I got my shot 10 o'clock Thursday morning.
Oh, wow.
That's
Great.
awesome, Nancy.
And I've already got the second one scheduled for 3 weeks.
Okay.
My second one Monday, Tom.
Good.
State of Indiana went to 80 years old next week.
Yeah.
And then it goes 70, 60, 50, 40 over some period of time, but it's all by age from now on.
Yeah, yeah.
Those of you who have had it, have you had any side effects at all?
No. Just a little bitty sore arm the next morning. That's it.
Good.
Same way I was, Nancy. Mine was gone in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
Good.
mine this morning,
That's the
so I-
same schedule for Ohio, except my nephew's the health commissioner of Warren County, and he said that they're only getting 300 doses a week. And there's no way that he will even get to.
Yeah, Diane, sometimes that's your local health department,
Yes.
but the drugstores and your doctor's offices have more than that, at least in Indiana.
Oh, really?
That's what we found out over here.
Okay.
Our
Okay,
doctors
so-
don't have it yet.
Yeah, mine doesn't either.
It's only the hospitals that have it here.
Yeah,
The hospitals have it here too, yeah.
yeah.
Mine went through a clinic, Austin Regional Clinic, so. I went down thinking it was gonna be a few and there was.
What happened over here, Diane, was see Wayne County Health Department got 200 doses. But the 200 they got put everybody in shock, but that was
I can
after
hear them.
all the first responders were done.
Right.
Uh-huh.
No, I hit, you know.
So it
I don't
wasn't a
think,
big deal at all.
he said he hasn't even gotten through the medical people and first responders.
No, I'm not even on. I mean, I can see myself, but
Might want to
it
mute.
said power off. I don't want to do that.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
Judy is trying to log on and she can't get in and she asked if you would send her another invite.
Ask them to do
Judy
it.
Witters.
She can't hear me. They can't hear me.
Yes,
We can hear you, Sandy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here.
We can see you.
we see
I
you.
can hear you.
you.
All right,
We can
okay.
hear you.
Think you were on.
You
Right.
look good.
No, I didn't think I was
Going
on.
out using that.
Yeah, uh-huh. Are you
Now, what
feeling
was
better,
that?
Sandy? Are you feeling better?
I feel okay. If I'm
Okay.
always going to have a back pain, you know.
Lovely.
Well, I'm not going to say always, but
You need to go to a craniosacro person. Have you ever heard of those people?
Yep.
No.
oh,
Know somebody that does that.
Craniosacro?
yes. Well, they kind of do things over you or heal you
Your
or healers.
head.
That's what it is.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
No, it's for your head.
My,
No, not for your
father-in-law's
head.
mother does it.
Oh,
I have a workman showing up. I have to get off for a little while.
well, why did he schedule that? Oh, Lordy. What are you, oh, you're sending it to Judy.
They show up when they show up.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly right.
Or they don't show up.
Okay. Tell, if are you still on the phone with Judy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Tell her
I
it's on
said
its
it
way.
again. Yeah, at the first of the year, I had to reset everything. And so I set it for every week, a recurring meeting for the year, but it ended up giving it a new URL, meeting ID and password. So she may have been trying to get in from an old one or something.
I knew. You knew.
Can I ask a question about Zoom? Do you guys pay, Tom Porter, are you paying for us to be on Zoom?
No.
I know so little about.
The way this works is to join in, you don't even have to have a Zoom account.
Dwayne,
Right, exactly.
Gracie's at the door.
If you have a
I mean,
Zoom, you
Rosie.
get a free Zoom account, which would even allow you to host a meeting, but you're limited to like 40 minutes
40
and
minutes,
only
yeah.
so many people and all this. Then the next thing up beyond free, I think they call it Pro or something like that, and that's $150 a year. But I have that because of business.
Okay.
So I have one that has unlimited time. You can have up to 99 people on the call.
Wow.
Then, of course, it even steps up further than that.
That's fine. I just have never launched a Zoom. I've been on several, but I didn't really know how, I don't know how I'm getting here, but I'm there. So
Yeah, so
that's all that matters.
You would, to initiate a meeting, to host a meeting, you will have to have an account.
Yeah.
You'll have to go into the App Store and load the Zoom app, the app, and then they'll walk you through setting up an account. And now, once you have that account, it's free,
Okay.
and then you can host a meeting, but you'll be limited to 40 minutes. And about
Gotcha.
either 9 or 12 people, I think. Does anybody else
Yeah.
have that experience with if you're limited on people?
No
Well,
limit on people.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, the one I'm on, it's a paid accounts through Indiana University. I've got a couple of them down there that I'm on.
Yeah.
Well, I know Friends Fellowship, Dwayne is on the board and they go 2 hours or more
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. Maybe it's through Friends Fellowship. I don't know.
Probably is. I mean, they
Business.
probably, you can actually get it like a corporate.
Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah, there's a corporate kind of thing.
Oh, there's Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Yay.
So what,
That's it.
Judy, just out of curiosity, what URL did you click the first time that it
The
wouldn't
one
work?
that you sent in the invitation, and then it asked me for the passcode and all of that, and I put those in correctly, which I've never had to do before, and it wouldn't let me in. I've never
We
had
had-
that happen.
We had that trouble to begin with, and then the second time we tried it, it works. It said you were on another meeting for a while, so I don't know.
That's right. That's what mine said, that you were
It
doing
said the
another
host was-
meeting.
Is that you, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
host.
Huh.
I think sometimes we click on an old invitation and then you get that message. You got to make sure it's the one that Tom sent out yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
we
works.
thought we did that, but when we went back a second time and then it worked. So I don't know why, whether we really didn't have it the first time. I don't know.
Is that part, Tom, of what you were saying earlier about the first of the year, you had to do something?
Yeah, at the first of the year, what I do is I set up a Zoom meeting that's recurring. And when I set it up, like the first week of January, I set it up so that it would run through 12/31/2001.
2001.
Or 2021.
We're late to the party, aren't we?
Yeah. 2021. And, but then it creates a new URL and a new meeting ID and a new password. So that's the new one that I'm using now when I send out the reminder. Why that did that to you guys, I'm not sure.
Maybe it was just testing. Wanted to make sure they were legal.
I don't know.
Oh, Tommy, I wonder if it would help if when you send that out and people want to get back to you, if they would get back to you separately, because Christy sent something and then I had to go through, 3 stages to get back to your original invitation. I don't know if it's never mattered before, but I don't know.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, it
But what
worked.
are you
Thank you.
Tell me again, what is it you were suggesting?
Well, when you send it out, a
Yeah.
lot of times people reply directly to you. They can't be there. They can be there, blah, blah, blah. If they would create a separate email so that your invitation stands alone, rather than have a link of messages that
Yeah.
I don't know if that would help.
I think you're right, Judy, because what
Instead of
happens, when you-
reply all, everybody should
Yes.
right,
Reply personally.
you
Yeah.
can sometimes.
just
make
reply,
everyone-
not,
You can make every one of them live and all of a sudden you've got 100 emails still active.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that, now, Harvey, tell me if I'm wrong, but so when somebody replies, they should just reply to me,
I think that would help.
not
Right.
reply.
But we all get this.
But,
Usually
I mean,
we
there's
all
some of
get
them
it.
we enjoy, like, and when Christy replied or with the pictures, I mean, that Jane posted, that was really fun to see and see some of the comments. So I'm not sure what the right answer is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Tom,
Okay.
I had an experience.
The
with-
pictures of you and Judy in kindergarten were so cute.
Oh, so
So
cute.
funny.
Great.
We've known each other a long time.
So cute.
You haven't changed
Well-
a bit.
No, not at all. That's the years.
I
Well,
love
you know, I could
recognizable
recognize Judy right away. Judy, I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's Judy.
And Jane too. Exactly the same.
Now there's something there. If you guys send pictures and I've talked to David Harrell, I've talked to Jim Hoke about it, and and Jane yesterday. For whatever reason, I think it's because I just have a real old iPad and that's all I use. When you send pictures, I can't copy them. So if you decide you want to send pictures, send them to everybody. Just send them directly to everybody.
Yeah.
Using the reply all. If you reply all, then you can stick it in, you know, add it into that, and you're off and running. But I just, when you send them to me, then I can't copy. I can copy whatever you say about the picture, but I can't copy the picture.
Okay.
I've cut and paste the address of emails and just put everybody on it instead of doing a reply.
Yeah, I can't. I see. Well, on this silly iPad, I can't even cut and paste the big long email list.
His partners are gonna buy him a new iPad because he can't be yelling all the time.
I think it's
I'm not yelling.
Oh, no.
Maybe he needs a new computer.
He doesn't use a computer.
Yeah, he won't use a computer. He doesn't understand it.
No, I don't want to cave and use a computer. I don't want to have to work that hard.
And there's no way I would use an iPad, so.
Well, computers are much easier than iPads.
Yes,
I
they
think so
are.
too.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
Tom.
without a doubt.
Yes, they are.
Whatever
Oh,
you-
I like iPads much better. And I used a computer for a long time. And then I switched to an iPad and I like it much better.
Me too.
Well, his is so slow that I mean, you can go to dinner and come back and wait.
Not an upgrade, Tommy.
Yeah,
He
I'm
needs a
getting
new
ready to. I'm
He
getting-
needs a new one.
Yes, he does.
Hey, Tom,
I've got too many pictures loaded in there. I've been sending articles, on Colts articles, taking pictures of them, sending them to this guy up in Canada.
They'll
Oh,
transfer, they're in
And
the cloud.
I need to delete them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just put them on the cloud and then
They
they'll
are
be-
in the cloud.
yeah, they're in.
They are in the cloud.
I just need to.
the
I need-
cloud's getting full.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I got a
It's
message
supposed to
from
rain.
Apple today saying, "Hey, we tried to go out there and charge you for your iCloud account, and I couldn't do that. Do you want to keep that? If not, we're gonna cut you back to 5 instead of 50 or something
Yeah,
like
you'll
that."
never make it.
So,
Well, my son
Hey,
was home
Tom?
yesterday. He thought he'd rearrange all his photos and he was going to put it in by years. And he did something here and he did something there. And he calls me up and he says, "Mom, do you have these pictures?" Because I lost 2 years worth.
Oh my God.
Oh,
They're
no.
not in the cloud. They're not anywhere. And I says, "Well, when you come over Sunday, you can see what I've got." Because he did send some of them to me, but not all of them. So he said, "Well, they're just pictures." And I said, and I said, "You feel like this now, but I bet you didn't feel like this at first."
Yeah.
I found out they were lost.
They're gone. Mine.
They're gone.
So
Bye-bye.
I go aim for the pictures I want. She has them all.
I think the more pictures, the better. So
Yeah, our Tom's brother's wife, my sister-in-law, that's who it was. She sends me a message wanting this picture of their mom and their dad. And I'm looking at the old pictures I've scanned, which are not many. And I wrote back to her, I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to get the boxes down because I don't have
Yeah.
that picture scanned."
right.
I got like 70,000 pictures on my computer, but I don't have that one. Don't have the one we're looking for.
So I don't know what it's like for you guys out there in the Southland or out west or whatever, but man, it's really not nice here.
Gross.
No, it's not.
Come on.
It's
It's been
shiny
gray.
Why, what's happening?
and cool, but now it's sunny.
It's just
Sunny here.
Real
It's
pretty.
sunny and in the
It's sunny and
30s.
chilly.
Okay.
Talked this morning, Tom, was 50 degrees in Sarasota this morning.
Oh my gosh.
wow, that's cold.
Yeah, no.
It was,
Shocked down there.
It's just cold.
January,
It's cold here.
Yeah.
We're
I'd
okay
rather be
today.
here and know I have to wear a sweatshirt and turtleneck than to be in Florida and have to carry a turtleneck and sweatshirt down there. So at least I know it's gonna be cold here.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
Good evening.
Good idea, Diane. Yeah.
See,
Well,
Sharon.
in the Northwest,
And you
not
have to find
raining.
yourself to look at the calendar.
Right. If it's
Car-
not
I
well,
have
Carol-
a question for everyone, if I could have just a second. I'm really curious to find out if any of the rest of you had the same strange experience that I did at grade school. This would have been back when we were about in 5th grade. At Joseph Moore, I was a test subject for a fluoride treatment for teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Were any of the rest of you involved in anything like that at your?
I was.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I
Yeah,
had
I think
fluoride
we did have a
I
fluoride.
did, yeah.
Were you?
Mhm.
Yeah, it happened after school. I know that they brought in, the reason it's come up, is I had some talks with my dentist about this. He's from Indiana, also went to IU, and said, I vaguely remember these fluoride treatments that were in school.
Uh-huh.
And he said, yeah, there was some of that going on, but he couldn't really remember very much about it. So, and he's younger, of course, than we are. So I did some research. And apparently, about the time that we were in grade school is when stannous fluoride was being developed as a additive to toothpaste. Basically, they were developing Crest toothpaste, and most of that work was being done at IU Dental School in Bloomington. If you were a kid in Bloomington, you were part of a big test where they sent tubes of toothpaste home with you when you were in this big deal thing. But there were other random tests on kids here and there across Indiana and Ohio. And I know there was one at Joseph Moore. It was after school. It cranked your mouth open and painted you, with fluoride, and sit there for a while. And it happened 2 or 3 times, I think. And as the years have gone on, it's gotten foggier, and I thought, did I dream this or what? But no, I don't think it happened. But I
No,
didn't
it
know if
happened.
it happened in any
I
other
remember it
schools. There were
happened.
only a handful of us that were in that test.
Huh.
And apparently the follow-up was done through your home, family dentist to find out how it all worked. And so the painting it on your teeth was sort of a failed experiment. I think they certainly went with it, putting it in the toothpaste instead. But gosh, they experimented on kids. When we were younger, I think let's just round up some kids and paint some fluoride on their teeth and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, now they're experimenting with the 80-year-olds with the vaccine. But
Yeah, well,
80-year-olds first.
There you go.
We are in fact test rats, aren't we?
yeah.
I
Well, it worked,
remember.
I've had good teeth, but I always wondered maybe I'd be a little more normal if that hadn't happened. You never know what the side effects might be. So, geez,
Well,
I might have led to that calendar. What can I say? Yeah.
Thing is, I've never had a cavity. Never had a
Oh,
cavity.
gosh.
So it must, now looking back, it's good to know that information because that probably did it.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
Unreal.
Well, Sharon, have you had a cavity?
I was like in my 30s when I had the first cavity. I've had maybe 3.
Wow.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
mine is. But I don't remember. I was at Joseph Moore, but not till the 6th grade, Sharon. So I don't
Okay.
quite remember. And I was really only there 3 months, but I don't remember doing that. But I kind of remember this whole fluoride thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I'm pretty certain it was 5th grade because I remember we had to go back to Mr. Cox's room, which I'd had for 4th grade, and we had him again for 6th grade.
I was
And
thinking he was.
my biggest memory was sitting in the chair, my mouth, open with this stuff, and looking at the window and thinking, it's starting to get dark, and I've got to walk a long ways home. Am I going to make it before it gets dark? So I know it was after school, and it was, in that room. But yeah, it was it's certainly effective on preventing cavities. That's for sure.
Did anyone go to Dr. Ringenberg as a dentist in Richmond?
No.
Yes,
Right, I
yes,
am.
I did.
Yeah, well, I remember he
I do remember it well.
told us when we were kids, and he tried this on us, that we didn't need Novocaine. He would just play music. And that was
Wow! Did that work?
No,
Dr.
that's-
Bates did, but
I think they stopped
I was
that.
lucky.
Yeah, I think they probably,
Screaming. Oh,
man. Oh,
Dwayne
I
didn't have
remember-
Novocaine or anything. He had no Novocaine, just
My stepmother
filling. and-
never had Novocaine.
I never use it.
You
Doesn't
don't?
hurt. No, never. Even when I get
Ah.
crowns, it just doesn't
What's wrong
bother
with
me.
you?
Even with a crown.
Judy.
I get the
But I-
most possible.
Well, what I
Wanna be
hate
put
is not
to
being able to
sleep.
taste. You know, afterwards you can't taste anything. I hate that. So I'd rather have a little pinprick than not be able to taste.
A little.
And a pinprick.
You must have a good dentist.
Yeah, I won't go to your
You
dentist.
know,
Pinprick.
My uncle was my dentist, Dr. Griswold,
Okay.
and he just told me I wouldn't need it, and I believed him. And I used to go to sleep in the dentist chair, and I still do.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
he just
Oh, I'll
told
be
me that
darned.
it would be all right, and I believed him. So
Wow.
maybe that helps.
Get your mind over what's going on, that's for sure.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
Yeah,
We're gonna hit that.
Yeah, they were hypnotized, I think.
yeah,
that's,
maybe.
I wonder if I was. Well, I
Now we
love them,
know.
and my aunt was the hygienist, and I love to go to their house and play, and they always gave me good things, and so they told me to sit back and relax and close my eyes and go to sleep, and I thought, yeah, well, okay. And it just never has bothered me ever since. The people who have trouble with it are the dentists. I say, I don't want Novocaine, and they say, please take Novocaine. Yeah, really, I don't need it.
No.
Oh, that's, you are
Yeah,
tough.
they
You are-
hypnotized you and they never broke the spell.
I
You
guess,
must have a high threshold
Maybe
of
voodoo
pain.
involved, Judy.
maybe what?
There may be voodoo involved.
Might be. Whatever it was, I don't.
Hey, has
want it to
anybody
stop.
ever been, I'm sorry, has anybody ever been hypnotized
No.
that they
No.
know?
Once.
No.
I have, well, I had two stepdaughters that were hypnotized and they gave up smoking and it worked. And they
Oh.
saved their money and went on a cruise together. I thought that was pretty cool. No, seriously. That's been about, probably
Is that
about
part of the
15 years ago. Yeah.
Our son-in-law was trying to quit smoking, and he tried about everything. He was hypnotized only once, and he's given it up now. It's been a couple of 2 or 3 years. Oh no, I'm sorry. He had acupuncture. Dwayne tells me. Sorry, acupuncture.
Slight difference.
A little bit
As long as
different.
it works.
It worked.
There's a woman in my town that does hypnotism for past lives. You ever heard?
Oh,
Wow.
I've often thought about just for fun, but I haven't ever gone to her, but she's written a book or two and all kinds of treatises, and she believes in it.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
It can be fun.
There's actually a lady down in North Richmond that does that. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but she was down there for years.
Hmm.
He takes you back to where you were in previous lives, all the way back.
Yeah, it goes back beyond your birth.
Exactly
That's
right.
assuming you were a human being.
That's
Now,
right.
now, Harvey,
true, that, yeah.
And not a
Farm
cockroach. or something.
animal to
Right.
improve his life.
When I lived in the Middle East for a year, I had a friend, Lebanese friend, we lived in Beirut, who took me to a fortune teller. And I thought, oh, well, this will be really
yeah.
interesting. So I went down into the central part of Beirut in this little room, and the fortune teller didn't speak any English. So my friend said, well, I'll just translate for you. So the woman talked and talked and talked. And afterward, I said, well, what did she say? And she said all these amazing things that were totally true. And then she burst out laughing and she said, the woman was ridiculous. I made up the whole thing. I didn't want you to be disappointed. So I just made up everything. What she said was nothing. It was, anyway, it was
I
a
don't-
funny experience.
I don't know if any of you remember or not, when we were kids growing up, there was a lady down on West Main Street, right before you go across the bridge, named Madame Rose.
I remember that.
I remember the name.
Down there by the little pizza place and all that. You remember that, Jimmy? I don't remember where it was, between 4th and 5th or somewhere down there
Wow.
on Main Street.
Huh.
There for a long, long time.
Hmm.
I don't, I remember the pizza place, but I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
remember
remember
that.
that.
Oh, this place.
Huh.
Hi, Pete.
Well, David Harold,
How's it going?
we, before we let all the time slip away again, we need to hear the story about you coming back on the ship from Vietnam. Are you ready to do that for us?
Okay.
Are you there?
You're on mute, Dave.
You're on mute or something. It doesn't show that you're on mute, but I can't hear you.
Turn your volume up.
Can you turn your computer volume up? Nope, still no volume.
Let's all put our hands to our ears.
No.
No volume. Come on, man. He's gonna go out and come back in, is I think's what he's saying.
Funny.
Okay.
We're real techie.
So much for that.
Moving along.
Yeah. Didn't see Vicky this morning, though. I can tell you a little bit about Vicky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were, my husband and Vicky and I were together this morning. We went out to get her dogs. And so it was kind of nice, her 3 dogs, and it was great to see her. She looked wonderful, and her speech is all cleared up. Her it was on her left side, so she had trouble writing her name, but she's working on that. And her left side is weak in general. She's having trouble with one eye that's on the right side, and it's like double vision. So she's going to the eye doctor, I think it's Monday. But other than that, I think she's going to come out of this just fine. I'm a little concerned about her eye.
She's not driving, is she, though? Did
No.
you? No.
No.
Okay. I just said, when you said she's going to the eye doctor, I'm kind of thinking, is she getting herself there? Are you taking her? Is Matt taking her?
Oh, yeah, no, she'll have either Matt or Jonathan is coming this afternoon, or I'll take her. So.
Oh, Jonathan still had not, so he's finally.
No, he was supposed to come in, but something happened and he's flying in this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it, Dave?
I lost the internet earlier because I had to log off and come back on.
Oh, okay.
It didn't turn the microphone back on for some reason.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as you know. So, all right. Now, kind of set everybody up here. I don't know how many folks, maybe like Jane doesn't get on all the time. Sharon doesn't on all the time. So I don't know if they remember the whole deal about Dave's been sending out, or I've been sending along, you know, the write-ups of his experiences in the Navy and on that ship and some of the goofy stuff. And then he's got the final episode of it to tell us, which is the trip back from Vietnam. So you're up, David.
Okay. So sometime in May, we found out we might be getting to go home because of politics and so forth. And at the same time, I also lost my fiance, so nobody was writing me.
Oh.
So I had a friend from Philadelphia that says, hey, I got a girlfriend that's got a girlfriend. She may want to talk to you. So she wrote back and said, no way, write me a letter first and I'll see if I like you or not.
Oh, wow.
And it turned out she did. So I met her sometime in September. We got married the following April. But anyway, that started off on my trip home. And then we found out the ship was kind of falling apart. Our hull was down to 1/8 of an inch. Heads were falling out. People's bumps were dropping off the stanchions. The gun mounts were jamming up, and so forth.
What caused all that, Dave? Just the erosion over years?
Yeah, it was built in 1944.
Oh.
So
And what year is it that you were coming home?
69.
No,
It was
thank you.
already, it was already 25 years in service, and it was, they built those things like an assembly line back during the war, and didn't pay too much attention to how long they would last. Anyway, we made one more trip to the gun line. It was like everything was falling apart. The pipes were bursting, the lights were falling off the bulkheads. We had leaks everywhere, and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're losing your we're losing your audio.
Can't hear you.
His internet.
Hands up. Hands up.
Interception by.
I was thinking the ship was 1944. I was
Yeah.
born in 1945, and I get all that about the things falling off and for things like that.
It is the
See
truth
how
of
long
what
will
we said today, right?
we last?
Oh, God.
I think Dave's having problems.
Okay. So get your audio back, David.
It's a tease.
We need signs. It's
I
no
think-
audio.
I think as soon as he comes back, I'm gonna get on him because he's supposed to be a
Yeah, he's
technology
supposed to
whiz.
know what's going
And I
on.
think he needs a Wi-Fi booster in his house
Yeah.
or in his office.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, Dwayne, a Wi-Fi booster. That's what we need.
Hey, Tommy, I have to leave in about 3 minutes because I have to take my dog to the groomer, and it's sunny today, although in low 40s, so I have a tea time, so I get to go golfing.
Good girl.
Oh, good for
A
you.
little bit early.
Well, do you have any kind of really neat stories you want to tell us before you leave us?
Carol.
No, I do remember on the dental part, I remember when I first went to the dentist, I lived in Lafayette, and I can remember his drill was so slow.
Yeah.
Right.
And you spit in that little swirly sink. And he did not give Novocaine either, and I hated it. I hated it. I remember him with this little thing and the mercury balls, he'd chase them around in the thing and to make my fillings.
Oh my gosh, I've forgotten all this. I remember this now, but I had.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Is that mercury they put in our mouths?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Yes, Judy.
Oh, that's what happened to
Took
me.
him on the second
Yeah.
grade, and then I had a dentist where I got Novocaine, and I've gotten Novocaine ever since.
I'm more afraid of the needle than I am of the pain.
It doesn't even hurt, the needle.
No, Judy, it doesn't even hurt.
It does.
It doesn't now. It's a lot better now than it was.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not Novocaine, it's
It's not
something more
Novocaine.
modern than
Yeah,
that.
so it doesn't do.
Hi all, really good to see you. See you next
Hey,
week.
guys.
Good to see you.
Carol.
Carol.
Good luck on the links.
Yeah.
Okay, David Harold.
You back?
Talk to us.
Talk to us, Dave.
We may
Well,
never-
Jim, I want to say one thing to Jim, and that's unbelievable is unbelievable. And we watch it. We started
Yeah.
and we're about half through. We really like it.
Yeah, it was.
Good, isn't
I
it?
mean, it's interesting.
It's amazing.
So if you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yeah.
And it's based on a true story, like he said.
Yes, yes.
You would not like it. Don't
I
you?
wouldn't
want-
like it.
What's the name?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Oh, I think it's good. It's just really good.
You kind of get
I get
emotionally
scared.
up with her. You get frustrated at what the way she's reacting.
Right.
But you can't blame her.
No.
No.
Hello.
No. No.
Is that Dave?
Yes, it's me.
Yay.
Good.
Hey,
So
We
we're
want to
just,
know if you have a Wi-Fi booster in your office.
pardon?
We want to know if you have a Wi-Fi booster in your office.
I have a whole, it's better than that, actually.
Okay.
It should be working very good.
Okay.
It should be. Famous last words.
All right.
Famous last words. Anyway, we were playing guarding and falling apart, so they sent us to the gun line, of course, to let us fall apart more. And I got a brilliant idea when we were sitting out there anchored to throw some concussion grenades in the water every few minutes to keep the little guys in the baskets from putting explosives on our hull. I threw one, but it had a short fuse on it, so it was like the loudest damn noise you could ever imagine. Woke the captain up. He came up, wanted to know what the hell was going on and everything. So I explained it to him. He said, "Well, you know what? Just stop doing that because I'd like to sleep for one night." So I did that. Anyway, in the same time frame, I find out we're going home. I also find out that the Navy wants to transfer me to the battleship New Jersey and stay in Vietnam.
Oh.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys remember Vance Harkey, the senator.
Yeah.
yeah.
I got the radio guys to get me on the phone because we didn't have cell phones, of course, or any way to communicate. So ship to shore radio to Vance Harkey. I said, "Look, I am not staying here. I'll jump off and desert, but I am not staying over here another 9 months." So he interceded on behalf of me, and I got to come home with the ship. Unfortunately, the ship did not have a billet for another officer because they were going to take the officers from 25 down to 14. So he says, "That means displacing somebody." I said, "Well, displacing, because I've been on this stupid ship 2.5 years. I might as well finish my other 2 here." So it worked out, and I went back. So on the way back, we stopped in Yokosuka, Japan for some liberty. And the captain says, "I'm making you my new recreation officer. We need to kind of reward the guys for the time we've been in Vietnam."
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
really a bad idea with me. But so I'm walking down the street in Yokosuka and I see the Cherry Bar.
Uh-oh.
And the sign out says, "There are cherries inside, but they don't go in the drinks." So I said, "Oh, that's interesting. I got to go check this out." So I go in and the mama-san says to me, "What are you here for?" And I said, "Well, I'd like to rent the place, I think." And she said, "For how long?" I said, "Well, I'd rent it for 3 days, girls, booze and all. And we'd like to have a baseball game maybe and have all the guys furnish beer the day before they come to the bar. So you furnish the girls and the liquor and everything else, and how much would that be?" So she said $3,000 for 3 nights. And that sounded reasonable to me.
Wow. Whoa.
That was a bunch of money back then.
It was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
That was.
I go back to the captain. I said, "Here's an idea. The mama-san says we can rent the whole bar for $3,000. And he said, "Well, that sounds like a good idea to me too." So we split the ship up into 3 duty sections, and each duty section had a night at the bar.
Oh my gosh.
And
All right.
Kobe steaks, which were just excellent, which the officers paid for. The fire controlman and the IC paid for all the beer, and then we rented the bar with the girls. We didn't pay for the girls, we just rented the bar with the girls.
Okay.
Of course.
Everything went fine, and it happened to be my birthday, the 24th of July, for my duty. So I go over there, and I probably drank too much, which is one of my habits. And, I go back to the ship the next morning. Well, when you're in Liberty with the Navy for a Liberty call, you go on holiday time, which means you don't blow reveille and all that crap. You might blow reveille, but it's just for the duty section. I didn't have duty, but they're blowing the reveille. So I get up, I shower, I feel like crap, I put the uniform on, I walk to the wardroom. There's nobody there. I figure, okay, I better see what's going on. And I walk down to where the crew's quarters are. And the guy looks at me and says, "What are you doing, sir?" I said, "What's going on? There's nobody here." And he says, "There's plenty of people here. They're just sleeping, you idiot. They're on Liberty, you know?" And he must have thought that I was from Annapolis. He must have thought I was from Annapolis or something. Because he must have said, "What an idiot." Anyway, that was kind of how it all ended up. And then the final part of the going home trip was the captain decided we should cross the equator in the international date line and do the polywog ceremony.
Oh.
So I said to myself, this is not a good time to be an officer because I know what's going to happen. So I went up in the bar bit, which is a big round thing below the gun director where we stored our 50 caliber machine guns, and I put a belt of ammo in it and sat there waiting for someone to try come and get me. Well, they did. So they dragged me down there. I had to dress up like a woman and do some kind of song up on the hangar deck with a couple of other officers. And then they take you down to the main deck where they have saved up the garbage for a week.
Oh.
And they put it in a trough, and everybody has to put diapers on. And you crawl through this trough of garbage as they spank you with paddles, right?
What?
So you could go from polywog to shellback. And then they find the fattest chief on the ship. They grease his stomach up with lard, and you have to go up there and kiss it as he rubs your face. Probably the most disgusting thing I've ever been through in my life. So
Oh, my God.
And you were protecting this at the time, right?
we were protecting you at the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
So then the rest of the trip was pretty boring. You know, stop at a few ports on the way home, cross through the Panama Canal. And then, of course, we have to hit the biggest damn storm I've ever seen in my life. We hit 80-foot seas.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
God.
With the ship that was falling apart?
With the ship that was falling apart.
Oh, no.
Every life raft off the ship. We had a 7-foot gash in our bow.
Oh.
We had 1.5 feet of water running down the passageways. Anybody that wasn't on duty had to be strapped in their bunk. And it's the first time in my life that I prayed really hard and meant every word I said. Our ship took a 60-degree roll in that storm.
Ooh.
A destroyer can take a 46 supposedly before it capsizes. I have 1 foot on the deck and 1 foot on the side of the radar up on the bridge because the captain and I were the only ones that weren't sick.
Oh, my gosh.
Said to me, we should probably take some seasickness pills. So I get one in my mouth, I get it about halfway down my throat, and I lost everything I had eaten
Oh.
for the past 2 days. And it just happened to be shrimp.
Oh.
I could not, honest to God, I could not eat shrimp for 15 years.
I believe it.
So
Believe it.
we find out the ship's going to be turned into a reserve training ship. I'm going to be billeted as the weapons officer. So everything worked out good. Got home, met my new girlfriend and my future wife. So
Oh, good.
felt pretty well. There are more hilarious stories from my last 2 years if you guys want to hear those next time.
Yeah, keep them coming, man. Send me another one. Write it up and send it.
I'll send you another one because it's probably the most hilarious one actually. So
Okay, good.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't mind hearing about, so you get back and all you've done is you've never, have you even seen a picture of this lady who wrote to you?
no,
Well, we want to hear the story about that sometime too.
we get back. My buddy and I take some leave. We drive up to Philadelphia. I meet her the first night. Well, there's more to that story actually. I had 3 dates one night. One with her, one with 2 other girls that he wanted to introduce. Unfortunately, they all knew each other. Didn't start off real well. I finally met Kathy. We went on a date. We got along famously. And she said later, you are probably the most weirdest person I've ever met in my life. And I'm so glad I went out with you the second time, but I'm glad I did. We've been together 50 years. I don't know why she puts up with me.
Wow.
Well,
That's a neat story.
did the non-officers, David, have as much fun as you appeared to have fun?
Well,
Were they having,
officers have to have fun somewhere where the enlisted men aren't. typically,
Yeah.
because it
Right.
does not set a real good example. No one in the Navy, I think, is well behaved when they're on shore leave, whether it's an officer or an enlisted person, because
Yeah.
it's tough out there on the sea, rocking back and forth and being pretty lonely and having 360 people on a 365-foot long ship.
Oh,
But you can't get away from anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like somebody, it's just tough. You know, you just don't, you have to put up with it.
Mhm.
But you make a lot of, let's say, very close friends. Doesn't matter what race they are, what religion they are, they're your best, they're your brothers.
That's what I found in Vietnam as well, just as a grunt, you know.
You'd die for any of them.
What's that, David?
I bet you would.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, pretty much in Philadelphia, all we did was take reservists out for weekend cruises, go to 4th of July celebrations, go bury people at sea. Hope to God the canister or the casket sunk. If it didn't, we had to rescue the casket. Mess around with that.
oh, geez.
I don't know if you know about burial at sea procedures, but the family isn't allowed to go out.
No.
You just dump them in the sea. You hope to God they sink. Sort of a funny story. One didn't sink.
Oh.
Waves were pretty heavy, so we couldn't really get it with a net or anything. So we shot holes in it.
Oh, that probably worked.
So I said, he probably wasn't expecting a 7-gun salute, but he got one.
How did these people,
It's a pretty.
how did they die on the ship?
Pardon?
How did they die on the ship?
Oh, they didn't die on the ship. You could, if you're in the Navy, you can request a burial at sea.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A lot of the guys in Pearl Harbor request to be buried on the ships out there, so they do burials at sea in Pearl Harbor pretty often. If you die at sea, you go in the reefer along with the food.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
You know, they put you in a body bag, and then next time they can transport you to a bigger ship or an aircraft carrier to fly you home. They do that.
So do you want to be buried at sea?
No. I do not. I don't ever. I had a hard time even going on a cruise for many, many years, and then finally catch up to me.
I bet.
Yeah.
If I were going to be buried at sea, I'd want the Navy to go to a lot of trouble. I want 1/7 of my body burned and buried in each of the 7 seas.
Wow.
I'm sure they're not going to do that. The Navy was better to me after the Navy than it was during the Navy. I had a lot of good close contacts with guys I was in the service with. It led to jobs and consulting engagements and speeches and everything else. So I don't regret it.
How
My
long were
husband
you in
has
the
the same
Navy?
experience. He has much better relationships with all of his Navy buddies than he did with his college friends.
Yeah, you do. You live so close together.
Right,
They're like glue right next to you.
right.
You sleep with them, you eat with them. You can't get away from them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Jane, I was in for 6 years, 4.5 years on the same ship.
Oh, wow. It's a long time.
Wow, that is a long time.
So how many shared like a sleeping quarters?
If you're an officer, you'll have 2 or 3 bunkmates, usually 2. If you're the executive officer, you've got 1. If you're the captain, you've got 2 staterooms. So you share a stateroom with another officer. Enlisted guys, there's probably 30 guys to a compartment.
Wow.
They're 3 bunks high. The bunks are probably 2 feet apart, and they hang off the stanchions of the ship.
And everybody snoring and doing other things and
Well, Yeah, when you go to the bathroom on the, you're shitting right across from the toilet. And there's no curtains or doors or anything. It's,
Oh, geez.
You ladies had it. You don't have any idea.
no,
There's no privacy in the military.
no. I remember going to boot camp and we walk into a big hall and they told us to take all our clothes off and
Yep.
put them in a box, address them to your home. And then you're standing there naked. And now guys come around and they inspect everything. And you get this big bag that you put between your legs and you walk around and people start throwing clothes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Walking down the line.
Yeah, very humiliating.
Yeah.
As bad as being at Camp Clemens and swimming without any bathing suit on.
Yeah.
You didn't have a bathing suit?
Why didn't you have a bathing suit?
The boys did not swim in bathing suits at Camp Clemens.
Oh.
I didn't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Because you weren't there.
I went to Camp Clemens.
But you
Not
weren't
with the
there when the
boys.
boys were there.
I guess not.
No, you were there.
I know that from my brothers going there, and they told me that.
Oh.
YMCA.
You thought you were there.
That the threads off the bathing suit would get in the filter system for the pool.
Yeah, sure.
Girls had
Camp
bathing.
Clemens, no swimming suits at all.
Girls had them. We wore them.
Yeah, we
When we
sure
were-
did.
That
We
was a
did.
different deal. That's.
Oh,
Yeah.
the guys didn't wear suits at all in Hawaii.
Well, I mean, isn't Camp Clemens
And the
connected
theory
with
was
why?
the threads in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
filter.
Yes.
Yes.
It
Yes.
has to do with the culture of the YMCA.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Because when you
Well,
went
they
to the
didn't wear them.
YMCA,
I think.
boys never wore swimsuits.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's why we about the YMCA, you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
When we were at St. Mary's, we were right across the street from the YMCA. That's where we went for swimming,
Yeah.
swimming lessons,
Yeah.
as they called them.
It was weird.
It
I
was weird.
remember it was a big deal when the YW got a swimming pool, and now I know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that? It was, they didn't have one in the beginning when we were little.
And that may have been why, Judy, quite honestly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I took lessons at YMCA. And then we went to YW.
Oh, so Becky, did they make you get naked?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
My question is, did the priest go naked when they went swimming? Whoever was the one at the, that was at the, yeah, the Catholic school.
Actually, probably. I don't remember. Jim, do you remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember a priest being there.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be priests, but it would have been camp counselors who were studying
No.
to be priests.
I was thinking the YW. I mean, YM. Yeah, YM.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Time for a calendar.
We want a new calendar.
Oh,
We could have a class of 1963 calendar,
Hey,
Hey.
75-year-old people. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who would buy it?
Yeah. Who would pose for it?
Any better question, yeah.
How much time do I have to get ready? How many months?
Well, I tell you what, like I've lost 30 pounds, I think, since this thing started.
Who
Well,
did?
160. I'm down to 168. So
You
yeah,
better
not
start
quite.
eating.
Maybe it was 25.
Yes.
You've lost
That's
30
really thin. That's really thin.
So when you lose that much, where that skin had been filled with fat, and now there's no fat, you got to fill it up with muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm having trouble filling it up with muscle.
I think you gotta fill it up with pie or cake or something.
So,
Did you try to lose that weight, Tom?
Yeah. Did
yeah,
you try?
I had
did try.
decided I was sick and tired of, not feeling that great. I weighed about 190 something.
Oh.
And so I just started, well, you know, back what it was like, what was it, February or March, it was still bad out. So I started on the elliptical. And then all I did was cut back on carbs
This is disgusting.
and and then just quantity of meat at each meal, just cut back on the quantity.
He's closer to my quantity, so he's really gonna lose weight.
And then in the summer, then I just would ride a bike. And the good old Apple Watch is what's helped me a lot, seriously. I don't know how many of you have one, but you set goals on that to lose, like they have three, talk about closing rings.
Yes.
3 rings. One is for, they call it the move ring, but basically it's how many calories you burn a day through exercise. Then they have an exercise ring, and then they actually have a stand ring where you want to make sure you get up and stand and walk around for at least 10 minutes every hour. In fact, that when I got up and stood up a little while ago, it was because my Apple Watch said it's time to stand, because we've been sitting on our butts for an hour straight. So it reminds you to do that. And then it also tracks stair steps. So I intentionally go up and down the stairs at least 10 times a day, whether I really need to or not. And so I really haven't had to try that hard. I have to be on the elliptical at least an hour every day to be able to hit that goal of 700. I think it's 700. But so that's all I really did.
What's
So
your height?
4 pieces of toast a day. I cut it down to 2, small, no bread for lunch, and then just whatever Jane Ann cooks for supper. And then try to keep her from piling it on my plate.
No. Yeah.
All our
It's all your
fault.
fault, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Still making your baked
How tall
steak?
are you?
How tall?
5'9".
Let's see. Well, when I was playing football, I was always 5'9" and 3/4. They would put me in the book at 5'11", but I was really not.
He always lied.
And then let's see, I'm probably a little over 5. Maybe I'm 5'8.5" now.
Is
That
anybody
puts the
else
weight in range.
besides Tom and me?
Pardon?
What?
It says, has anybody else shrunk besides Tom and me?
Oh,
I have.
Oh,
I
yes.
have.
That's what we do.
Me too.
We all shrink.
I don't think I have.
Mhm.
Who hasn't?
But
But Nancy, me, I don't think I have shrunk.
I don't think I have either, but
I was 5'9" when I was 12 and I'm still 5'9".
you
That's
are
good. It means
When I was
you
12.
You don't have compression fractures.
Did your feet get
It's
bigger?
good.
Did your feet get bigger?
Yeah, did your feet get bigger?
mine got wider, which was a good deal.
wider. Yeah.
Yeah, my feet have gotten bigger.
Honey.
But
I've gone
for
from a
me,
12 to a 13.
for me, I've ruptured 2 discs,
Oh,
and then my spine is deteriorating.
Oh.
You know, I have spinal stenosis, and it's just deteriorating. So I was 5'4" and 3/4, and
Okay.
I'm down to 5 foot.
Like what?
From
5 foot.
5 foot. 5
Whoa.
feet.
You've lost
That's
4
a
inches.
lot. That's a lot.
Right.
it is a lot.
It is.
Do you take anything for bone, like for
Density.
fragile bones?
I take,
Osteoporosis?
yes, I take a shot. It's so
Yeah.
bad that I have to take Prolia twice a year. I wish I didn't, because there are terrible side effects, although I have not experienced them. But yeah, twice a year I have to take it. And I've been very active my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, milk and all of that. I mean, I used to just walk 3 miles, nothing.
It's
And
genetics.
all year. And swim all the time, and cross country ski. And I don't know. And I don't smoke, or I've never smoked. And have no idea. It's just,
Are you
my mother was
active?
really small.
Hey, Sandy, I'll send you, I have a holistic physician that I speak to, And she actually got me from where I had, they said it's osteopenia.
Right.
To
I've
a
had
to-
that. Yeah.
To a totally normal bone density.
Okay, I'd sure like to
So I'll
know.
send you the list of the things that she's got me on that has really helped.
Send that
Okay,
to me,
great.
Diane.
Sounds great.
it to me too. Okay, I'll just send it to
I
everybody.
think we all need it.
The guys can just ignore it.
Well,
Probably
they
wouldn't
have
for them
bone, they
either.
have bone density problems too.
Oh,
Men
yeah,
do.
yes, some men do.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And I never even thought I had a bone problem at all, but in Indianapolis, that's when rollerblading was really, really big. And so I would rollerblade with a friend of mine, 6 miles on the streets of Indianapolis, neighborhoods. They were in neighborhoods. But I was talking and I stepped into a hole.
Oh.
And it's, the rollerblades are like a ski boot. And so it turned under and then it turned around. And
Ooh.
so I knew that I had broken it. And I was 50 years old then. And when they did the surgery, they discovered that I had the bones of a 70-year-old.
Oh my God.
We won't even go into what I could have now, but
Triple digits.
but
Elise,
what
you're
I
having
got
your
it.
surgery this week?
I am on Wednesday, or at least so
Good
far.
luck.
Good luck,
Thank
Liz.
you.
Oh, good luck. Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Elise.
I had my COVID test today. I'll find out tomorrow. It's the third one I've had. It really hurt. That little thing they
did?
stuck up my nose. Yes, it burned. So, but anyhow, yeah, so far so good. Our hospitals are full, so it still could get canceled, but I hope not.
When is Ray coming?
Tomorrow, actually. He's gonna, yeah. So he'll be here, which will be great. And my sister lives around the corner and my son lives around the corner. So
Oh,
I'll be
good.
in good shape,
Good.
I think. I'll let y'all know how it goes.
Yeah.
It's been years, so
See you next Saturday.
yeah. Oh, it could be interesting to get on next Saturday. We'll have to see what shape I'm in by then.
And how many drugs you've had, huh?
Yeah.
How many
exactly.
drugs?
Exactly. So, and they changed it from 10 o'clock until 2:30. So I may have to stay all night at the hospital one night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, team.
Yeah.
Sandy,
Yes, I'm here.
I was curious if the cardiologist actually changed or made an adjustment to Vicky's meds
They did.
following.
Yes, they did. Oh, now I'm going to forget the name of it. It's called Ella.
Eliquis.
Probably. Okay.
Is
That's
that
an
right? Eliquis?
antibody
Yeah.
med.
And I believe some
Okay.
others, but all that she was receiving was one baby aspirin. And I think it was their fault that this,
Yeah.
I really do. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Because they knew that AFib could cause one to have a stroke, and then not to put her on any other medications.
Yeah. I think I told her that in my message to her. I don't know if there's any reason why she hasn't responded to me. But,
She can't write yet. She's
Yeah.
left-handed, and
okay.
she's learning to write again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't even know if she can. Well, I text her one day and she called me. So, I don't even think she can text.
Your speech is okay, Sandy?
Her speech is great.
Good,
She will be on next week, she says.
good.
Good, good.
Mhm. Good.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're almost there, you guys. So let's call it a day unless you guys have something else.
Who's winning your football game, Tom?
Down to the wire, and it got it under review as to whether or not there was a fumble.
Buffalo.
If there wasn't, then we've got a chance to tie it and go into overtime.
Yeah.
Looks like the replay shows that he had possession with his knee down.
I don't think
Prior.
it's yeah.
So maybe they'll have a chance to tie it here.
We're gonna lose this argument.
Okay.
So I
Probably.
think they're gonna call it a fumble. What do you think? I don't know. What
Colts always
did they
do.
call it on the field?
They called it a,
Contact, Tom.
Call it a fumble.
I
No,
think they're gonna call it a fumble.
Down by contact, Tom.
Oh my God.
There it is.
All right, he's got it. He's got it. Still got it.
He raises his
Down.
knees up.
Contact.
You're seeing it.
Still shows it is under review.
Yeah, it still says,
Left arm's on his shoulder. Knees on the ground.
Who's playing?
Colts and Buffalo.
Colts and the
Who said
and
that?
Buffalo Bills.
Bills and
Colts, see the Colts.
Indy Colts against
Oh, okay.
Buffalo.
Are the Packers playing next?
Tomorrow. Or they got the bye. They don't
No,
play.
they have a bye. They're
they're-
not playing.
They got a bye.
Seahawks are playing next.
Rams are next, aren't they, Tom?
Yeah,
Miami.
Rams and Seahawks.
In Washington.
Okay.
So the call on the field, Indiana down by contact. Indianapolis, yeah.
Which means what?
Hi, Nancy.
Sure, Jim.
It means it's more likely that probably. But they're still in the review. 28 seconds left. Timeout.
Okay, so they said it was down. So we still got a chance, you guys.
So what's the score?
See you,
It's
Jane.
27-24.
Hi, Jane.
I'm not watching. That's why I asked.
She doesn't have any.
You guys
idea.
here, we'll stay on till it's over.
I'm
Well,
gonna
it's
say
only
goodbye.
28 seconds.
I know Judy doesn't want to know.
She doesn't care.
I do.
We'll watch the overtime together, Tommy.
Oh, okay.
So where do they have the ball?
On the, like,
We're
The-
on the Buffalo 48.
48, yeah.
Like
46.
Sonic?
46-yard line. Buffalo
Okay, yeah.
probably need to get to, I don't know. 35 would be 52 yards.
The clock running. He's out of bounds.
You guys kicker got a little sloppy late in the year, Tom, but he was probably the most valuable player until he missed those field goals.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I
Down
agree
at
too.
Georgia.
Mhm.
Did they
All
call that?
right, bounds. He's out.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it, I don't think.
What did they call on that?
One more quick play.
Called him out of bounds.
Hey, Jim,
What are you, 36?
how warm is it there?
About a 53-yarder?
Well, you know, he kicked one the other week that was,
I don't think he got out, did he?
didn't he?
Wow.
He rolled out. I thought he rolled out.
They signaled rolled out.
Oh, did they?
Timeout Buffalo.
Yeah.
12
15,
seconds. left.
17, 16. Whoa, they don't have much time.
He clanked one already today.
Yeah. Time for another play at least if you get out of bounds.
Yeah.
I like that he's wearing those glasses.
Yeah.
Kick-
Oh,
You can see the goalpost.
Always looked funny in college, Tom, to see him playing college football with glasses on,
Yeah.
rather than contacts.
Do the Colts have a timeout left?
I don't think they do.
I think not, no.
oh,
No timeout.
A little risky here.
14.
14 seconds.
Yeah, he does look funny with glasses.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
oh,
I
Let's be-
will win a bet though. I've got my brother Steve's wife, Sheila, was born and raised in Buffalo, New York. So she had to give me 6.5 points.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna win the bet, but I'm gonna be unhappy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And he has 63-yard
Throw in.
53 yards. It's possible.
oh, this is just
No,
crazy.
8 seconds.
What's he doing?
Well,
Well, 4 seconds.
do a Hail Mary here.
Yeah. Oh, I think they better kick it. What,
Oh,
There.
He can't make it there.
Yeah,
No.
it's
So are they gonna do a Hail Mary?
That's what they have to do.
no chance. Got 4 seconds left. Hail Mary time.
Yep.
Better do it
Yeah,
quickly.
this is it, the Hail Mary.
Diane can't even pray. She's not even on there.
This is how Buffalo lost one of their games, I think.
Oh,
They called it a Hail Murray.
Yeah, they did to Arizona.
it's done.
Yep.
It's over.
They screwed up.
You guys are 5 seconds ahead of me.
At least, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry I was so distracted during this thing, but it was close.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Is it
And,
over?
Yes, it's over.
If we
Because
would
on mine is.
if on that one,
Yeah.
if anybody was watching it in the first half,
No.
if we would have kicked a field goal,
Oh, if
That's
we
going
would
for
kick that field goal, we would have won.
we would have won.
That was a crazy call he made.
It was. Well,
You made the call, the coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we'd have won. We would have at least, it would have been tied.
It would have been fun.
So anyway,
Well, root for the Seahawks next.
okay, well, we'll root for the Seahawks.
Oh, I hate her.
Well, have a really good week, everybody.
Okay.
Good luck,
You guys
Felicity.
too.
Yeah.
You be sure to send that
Good
stuff
luck,
to
Felix.
us, and we're gonna hear about it next week.
Use Novocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need it.
Wrong.
Novocaine, the new drug. It's the new drug.
Be
I
careful.
want a new drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, good luck,
Bye,
Felice.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a
Good
good week.
Have a good
We'll
week.
get that stuff out to you guys right away on the bone stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, please do.
We
Please
will.
do.
Oh, I would appreciate that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
too.
please.
Yeah, that doctor she has is phenomenal. She's out in California.
Oh,
Oh,
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still there, Sandy?
yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Well,
That's great.
here, I don't
Now,
know
do
how
I
many years
go
ago.
out?
Tell her about
It's
Dr.
probably, it's probably close to 10 years that I've been talking to this lady who was referred to me by a good friend. And she's in California, and you call her and you have this, video conference.
And this was
with her.
way before,
Yeah,
COVID.
way
or-
before.
She's always been
yeah,
doing virtual.
Yeah. And she has gotten my thyroid straightened out. I was taking the wrong medicine that didn't work. She's gotten my bones straightened out. What else has she done?
Well,
She's
your
done some-
thyroid, something about all different kind, well, your
Oh,
hormones.
she got me hormones. She got that straightened out. And she got me started on this NAET, which is an allergy elimination treatment that is actually a touch treatment that conditions your body to not go crazy to things that you are allergic to. So she's got those, the allergy thing is like ongoing for a long time because I'm allergic to everything. But the other three things, I mean, she figured out that my doctor, of course, wouldn't even look at it, regular doctor, So,
Did you send her all of your information from the
Okay.
doctor and then she,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. And she did additional tests, like on my thyroid, the medicine they were giving me is way back when, which is the Synthroid. Your body's
Right.
supposed to change
I take that.
It's supposed to change it into what your body actually uses. It changes the T4 to T3. Well, they were giving me tons of Synthroid and it wasn't working. It wasn't doing anything. And they find out that my body doesn't do that. My body doesn't change it. They
Hmm.
have to give me the T3.
Wow. See, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But if your thyroid's reading okay, then it's working on you.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Well, yes, it is reading okay right now. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So anyway, she thinks outside the box. She looks at, unfortunately, I think she's close to 90. So I don't think she's going to
She must know what to take.
She's actually a trained neurologist.
Oh, wow.
Is what her MD is.
Mm-hmm.
And she, of course, flipped over quite some time ago to be a holistic physician.
Oh.
her Vita, you know, they call them Vitas, you know, they're basically her biography, you know,
Mhm.
it is unbelievable when you read it. All these papers she's written over the years and and delivered them, you know, big
Mhm.
medical conferences and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is really,
Yep.
she's for real.
And it was so funny, Sandy, because when I started doing this way back, I would go to my regular doctor, and I'd say, this other doctor that I have, who's Dr. Slagle in California, and she is a holistic physician now, and she suggested we do blah, 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 blah. And she'd look at me like, you gotta be kidding me. So the next time I go to her, I take her summary of what she has done in her life,
Yeah, the bio.
the bio, and I
Mhm,
hand it to
mhm.
her, and then she starts listening to me. My MD here starts listening to me. Oh,
Mhm.
this lady knows what she's talking about. So now if I go in and say something, she says, okay, well, let's look at that. Yeah.
Wait,
So-
we need more doctors.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, yes.
instead of just, taking all this stuff that
Yep.
may or may not help.
Yeah, most of the time, well, yeah, a lot of things just make me sick or crazy, one or the other. And that shot that you take, I have a friend
Uh,
that had taken that shot, and she was a mess for almost 2 years.
Ooh,
And her crazy doctor tells her, oh, well, you need to get this shot again. You haven't
Oh,
had it.
I know.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
doctor insisted because I stopped taking it.
Yeah.
I had it for this procedure for my back.
Right.
And I said, I'm not taking this again because of this, you read it, sounds terrible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But my doctor here, who is an endocrinologist, said,
Okay.
oh, you're taking this. You have to look at what your bones
Yeah.
have dropped.
Yeah.
So I did again. I just didn't know what to do.
Well, I'm hoping if I send you that information that it will help. Maybe they'll stay where they are, even with the Prolia.
Well, right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be great.
boy, I really feel for you. I didn't realize that it was that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know my
But
mom
I'm
had
still
that.
trying to walk and do the best I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
It
hurts
hurts, but-
too. Yep. Yep.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
start, let's get that to her right away.
Yeah, I will. I'll look it all up and send it to
Okay,
her.
okay. All
Thank
right.
you. Sounds
Yeah, yeah.
great.
Well,
We only hope it works.
Yeah.
tell, I can see him in
Yeah,
the
we can see him
background.
back there.
So hopefully he's getting up and getting ready to start dinner for you.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have
Oh,
to-
he said he's getting ready to walk the dog.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you
After the game, he's walking the dog,
There
which
you
is
All
good.
right. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to start working on him to take
Yeah.
better care of you.
I think
Good.
I think Tom's cooking.
Good.
tonight. We're having carry out pizza. That's how he cooks.
Well, that's okay. That's
get your-
okay.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah, hardly any, you don't have much cleanup.
No, please.
Right.
No, hardly any
And
cleanup.
it's good.
And
So,
it's good, yeah, good for you.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to seeing you next week. And yeah, if you can keep checking in on
Vicky.
Vicky,
Oh,
that'd be
I
great.
will. I do.
Yeah,
Of course, we live so close. It's just,
Yeah, that's great. Glad you can do it.
yeah. Okay.
glad I can too, really.
And I'm really glad that you've finally been able to get on and be on this every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, I am too. I'm just, it's fun.
I think,
And you know what? I'm getting to know people that I didn't know that well in high
I
school.
know,
Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's real neat. Okay, well, I'll see you next
You have a
week
good
then.
week.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Everyone.
Dwayne. Bye, Dwayne.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.